Why generic compliments don't work and what to do. Instead, most men believe that complimenting a woman on her looks is the key to attraction. They say things like, "You're beautiful," or "You have amazing eyes," hoping to impress her. But here's the truth. These compliments are forgettable because she's heard them countless times before. They don't create an emotional impact, which is what truly makes a woman feel drawn to you. Women want to feel special, unique, and deeply understood, not just admired for their appearance. This is why generic compliments fail. They slide off like water on a duck's back because they don't challenge her or make her think. If you really want to make a lasting impression, your compliments need to go beyond surface-level admiration. The secret is to trigger an emotional reaction. Instead of telling her she's beautiful, say something that sparks curiosity and engages her mind. A great example is, "There's something about you that I can't quite figure out." This instantly makes her wonder, what does he mean? What is it about me that stands out? She starts analyzing herself through your eyes, which makes her emotionally invested in you. The key is to leave an open loop. Don't explain everything. When a woman starts thinking about you after the conversation ends, that's when attraction turns into obsession. By shifting the way you compliment her, you move from being just another guy to someone she can't stop thinking about. Why women are drawn to what they can't have. One of the biggest mistakes men make when trying to attract a woman is being too available, too eager, and too predictable. While it may seem logical to shower her with attention and always be there for her, this actually lowers your perceived value in her eyes. Women are naturally drawn to what they can't fully have. It's part of human psychology. Think about it. People desire scarce and exclusive things. That's why luxury brands and limited edition items are in such high demand. The same principle applies to attraction. When a man is too easy to get, there's no excitement, no challenge, and no reason for a woman to chase. However, when a man maintains a sense of mystery and independence, he triggers a deep psychological response that makes her want to close the gap between them. To use this to your advantage, don't always be available. Instead of responding to her texts immediately or always saying yes to plans, let her wonder when she'll see you next. Keep parts of yourself unknown. Don't reveal everything too soon. Let her discover you over time. Most importantly, have a life that doesn't revolve around her. A man with purpose, passion, and goals is naturally attractive because he doesn't need her validation. When a woman feels like she hasn't fully won you over, she keeps chasing. The moment she feels like she has you completely figured out, her attraction fades. Keep a part of yourself just out of reach, and she'll never stop wanting to know more. The power of a deep voice and strong presence. Many men underestimate how much their voice and overall presence impact a woman's attraction. While most focus on looks or status, the truth is that a deep, controlled voice and a commanding presence can be far more powerful psychological triggers. Studies have shown that men with lower-pitched voices are perceived as more dominant, confident, and attractive. This is rooted in evolutionary psychology. A deep voice signals high testosterone, strong leadership, and emotional stability. Women subconsciously associate these traits with protection and security, making them more drawn to men who speak with a calm and steady tone. But it's not just about your voice. Your entire presence matters. A man with strong presence doesn't fidget or rush his words. He moves with purpose and certainty. He maintains strong eye contact without looking nervous. He speaks deliberately, as if every word has weight. On the other hand, weak presence is marked by slouched posture, nervous gestures, and an uncertain tone, all of which signal insecurity and lower confidence. If you want to naturally captivate women, focus on mastering your presence before you even speak. Stand tall, slow down your speech, and own your space. When you radiate quiet confidence, women won't just hear you, they'll feel your energy. And the best part? This kind of attraction is effortless. The stronger your presence, the more naturally women will gravitate toward you without you having to chase them. The power of walking away. Why it drives women crazy. One of the most powerful yet underrated psychological triggers in attraction is the ability to walk away. Most men, when faced with a woman pulling away or showing less interest, panic and start chasing her. They text more, try harder, and overcompensate, only to push her further away. But here's the brutal truth. The man who is willing to walk away holds all the power. Women are wired to value what they fear losing. When a man proves he doesn't need her approval or validation, she starts to question her own feelings. Suddenly, she's no longer in control. He is. This shift triggers something deep in her psychology. She starts wondering, why isn't he chasing me? Did I misjudge him? And the more she questions, the more she wants him back. Most guys make the mistake of acting needy. But the high-value man? He knows his worth. If she pulls away, he lets her go. He doesn't beg, plead, or try to fix things. Instead, he focuses on himself, his goals, and his purpose. And ironically, this is when she starts chasing him. The key isn't to play mind games, it's to genuinely embody self-respect. If you make it clear that you won't tolerate being taken for granted, she will naturally value you more. Scarcity creates desire, and a man who can walk away becomes the one she doesn't want to lose. A man with a mission, the ultimate magnetic force. One of the most powerful traits that make a man irresistible to women is having a mission. Women are naturally drawn to men who are driven by something greater than themselves, whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, or pursuing a lifelong goal. A man with purpose exudes confidence, direction, and stability, qualities that women can't resist. The biggest mistake most men make is making a woman their mission. They drop everything for her, prioritize her above all else, and revolve their entire life around her. At first, she might enjoy the attention, but soon, she starts losing respect and attraction for him. Why? Because women don't want to be a man's purpose. They want to be part of a man's purpose. Think about the men women chase the most. They aren't the ones constantly available or waiting on her every call. They are busy, focused, and committed to their own journey. This creates an aura of independence and high value, making women naturally want to be part of their world. The takeaway? Stop making women your priority. Make your mission your priority. When you build a life that excites you, women will naturally gravitate toward you. They don't want a man who waits around for them. They want a man who is already going places. Be that man, and you'll never have to chase again. The power of controlled vulnerability. One of the biggest misconceptions men have about attraction is believing that women want them to be completely open and emotionally expressive all the time. While vulnerability can be attractive, too much of it, or revealing it too soon, can make a man seem weak. Women crave emotional depth, but they also want a man who is strong and in control of his emotions. This is where controlled vulnerability becomes a game changer. The key is to share personal details gradually and with confidence, rather than dumping emotional baggage on her. A man who overshares, constantly complains, or seeks emotional validation from a woman will quickly turn her off. Instead, women are drawn to men who acknowledge their struggles, but don't let those struggles define them. Think about it like this. Your emotions should be like the ocean, deep, steady, and powerful, but never chaotic or overwhelming. If you reveal your vulnerable side in a way that maintains your strength, it creates a sense of trust and intimacy without making you seem needy. A man who only opens up selectively and on his own terms keeps a woman intrigued and emotionally invested. The takeaway? Master emotional self-control. Be open but never dependent. Let her feel special when you choose to open up, but always maintain your composure and confidence. This balance is what separates a man she respects and desires from one she sees as weak. Women will always test you. Stay unshaken. Most men don't realize that women test them all the time. These tests aren't random. They are instinctive ways women filter out weak men from strong ones. A woman might challenge your opinion, create small conflicts, or act disinterested just to see how you react. This isn't about being difficult. It's about making sure you are a man who stands firm under pressure. Many guys fail these tests by either getting defensive, over-explaining, or becoming insecure. When a woman challenges them, they start justifying themselves or seeking her approval. But here's the truth. The more emotionally reactive you are, the weaker you appear in her eyes. Women aren't attracted to men who crumble under pressure. They crave men who remain calm, confident, and unaffected. So how do you pass these tests? Stay unshaken. If she challenges your beliefs, hold your ground without being aggressive. If she pulls away, don't chase. Let her come back. If she teases you, tease her back with confidence. A man who passes her tests earns her respect and attraction because he shows that he is secure in who he is. Remember, women only test men they are interested in. If she's testing you, it's a good sign. Just don't fail by showing insecurity. Master your emotions, stay composed, and let her see that you are a man who can't be shaken. That's the kind of man she truly desires. Confidence in the face of rejection is irresistible. Most men fear rejection. They see it as a personal failure, something that damages their ego and self-worth. But the truth is, rejection doesn't define you. How you handle it does. Women are drawn to men who embrace rejection with confidence, not those who crumble under it. A desperate man sees rejection as a threat because he believes he has no other options. He overthinks it, seeks validation, and lets it lower his energy. But a confident man, he doesn't care. He knows his value. If a woman rejects him, he simply shrugs, smiles, and moves on. No over-explaining, no pleading, no bitterness, just pure, unshaken self-assurance. Women find this mindset irresistible because it signals high social value. A man who isn't fazed by rejection subconsciously communicates that he has options, that he doesn't need approval from one person to feel worthy. This triggers curiosity and even regret in the woman rejecting him. So how do you implement this? Never react emotionally to rejection. Instead say, "No worries, your loss. Have a great day." Then walk away without hesitation. Keep your energy high and don't let rejection affect your confidence. Rejection is just a test, and when you pass it with ease, women will notice. The moment you stop fearing rejection is the moment women start chasing you instead. Women obsess over men who are hard to read. If a woman always knows exactly how you feel, she stops wondering. And when she stops wondering, she stops chasing. Women are naturally drawn to mystery and unpredictability. A man who is too easy to read, who constantly reassures her, texts back immediately, and lays all his emotions on the table, eliminates the intrigue that fuels attraction. This doesn't mean playing mind games or being emotionally unavailable. Instead, it's about maintaining an air of mystery, revealing just enough to keep her engaged, but never too much that she feels like she's completely figured you out. Curiosity fuels desire. If she's always trying to guess what's on your mind, she'll be thinking about you long after the conversation ends. So, how do you keep her hooked? Slow down your responses, both in texting and in conversations. Be selective about what you share. Instead of dumping all your emotions on her at once, reveal things gradually, piece by piece. Maintain a calm, steady presence, showing confidence in your interactions without seeking her approval. The key is to make her work to understand you. When she feels like she has to earn more of your attention and figure you out, she'll become emotionally invested in the chase. And the moment she starts chasing, you've already won. A man who controls his desires controls everything. Most men are ruled by their desires, whether it's seeking validation, chasing women, or constantly looking for attention. But the men who truly hold the power are the ones who control their desires instead of being controlled by them. Women are naturally drawn to men who have self-discipline, who don't let their impulses dictate their actions. Think about the difference between a man who immediately reacts to temptation and a man who remains composed and intentional. The first comes across as desperate, easily influenced, and lacking direction. The second? He exudes strength, mystery, and purpose, qualities that women find irresistible. So how do you develop this control? Stop chasing women and start chasing your goals. Instead of spending all your energy trying to impress her, build a life that naturally attracts the right kind of people. Have standards. Don't accept just any attention. Be selective about who you let into your life. A man who can walk away, say no, and put his purpose before pleasure is a man women will always crave. Why? Because he's rare. The moment you stop needing women's approval, they'll start seeking yours. True attraction comes not from desperation, but from power. And that power starts with mastering yourself. Master yourself, master your life. One of the most powerful lessons from this analysis is that true attraction and success in life come from self-mastery, not external validation. Too many men chase after approval, whether from women, society, or their peers, without realizing that real power lies in controlling their own emotions, desires, and actions. When you stop seeking validation and instead focus on becoming the best version of yourself, everything changes. Confidence doesn't come from what others think of you. It comes from knowing your own worth. Women, success, and opportunities naturally gravitate toward men who have purpose, discipline, and a strong sense of self. This applies beyond relationships. In your career, social life, and personal growth, the key is to develop independence and emotional strength. Stop reacting impulsively. Learn to walk away from things that don't serve you. Set high standards for yourself and the people you allow into your life. At the end of the day, the most attractive and respected men are the ones who don't chase approval. They command respect through their actions, mindset, and presence. Master yourself, and you'll naturally master every aspect of your life.